All right, welcome back. So let's get into meat and potatoes, if you will, of themes and plugins. What do I use? What is the best theme out there? To put it simply, the best thing depends on what you're comfortable with. So with WordPress, since there are so many different options, deciding on one and sticking with that is the most critical part, because every theme that you use is going to have their own settings, their own way of doing things. And if you keep switching, let's say this year you're using one theme, and then next year you want to change it up and you use a different theme, then learning cycle just becomes longer, and you're constantly learning something new, something different, and you don't get into a rhythm, especially from a web designer, somebody who provides services. It becomes harder. If I'm dealing with a customer who's using, let's say, Divi theme, I have to learn how to use Divi. If they're using Thrive Architect and Thrive themes, then I have to know how to do things in Thrive themes. If somebody's using some other ones, I have to know how to do that. So theme is very important. If you're just creating a website for your business, you're not like me building websites for clients, then you have a little bit more leeway in what you choose, and maybe just stick with that. But you want to choose something that is easy to use and something that has a lot of tutorials, right? Because you want to figure out how to do things and whatnot. So those are the two criteria off the bat. And then obviously it has to meet your needs, right? It has to be pleasing or whatever. So in this video, I want to show you under appearance and show you that there is a ton of options available to you just from the WordPress repository. So Astra is one of the very popular ones and well-maintained theme. JazzyWP is another very popular theme. Cadence, again, very popular in JazzyWP. So just from the home page, and you are on the popular tab, you'll see these themes pop up. For me, I used to use Thrive themes a lot, and now I've switched over to Elementor. So my decision to change to Elementor was based on the builder, the designer that I wanted to use for JazzyWP as a service. Because Thrive Themes, even though it is a good platform for me, it was more for the development purposes. In this case, I think Elementor is a better solution for the general population because it is one of the most popular builder, and the Hello theme is ideal for that builder because you can pretty much build anything from scratch. And this is just like a foundational theme. Again, it doesn't add any design or anything like that. It's just bare bones, and then you just build on top of it. So I'm going to actually install Astra and just show you what that looks like. And then I'll switch over to Hello Elementor and I'll show you what that looks like, just to give you an example how different themes have different learning curves. I think that is the most important piece that you want to understand. So let me install that real quick. All right, so that one is installed, and I'm also going to install this. And let's go over to appearance again. So now, even though I installed it, our 2023 is still the active theme. And I can go over to Astra and make that active. And now let's just go to the home page and just reload this page. The design has changed, a little bit more cleaner. And now if I click on the customize option here, now this is specific to Astra. You'll notice that we have these options here to configure the menu, the blog, footer builder, performance. So Astra theme has these features and functionalities built into that theme. That what makes it very popular and very powerful. So let me go back to the dashboard, click on appearance. Just want to show you that you have the Astra options here, page header, that you can configure custom layouts. I'm not going to get into those. I just want to show you theme itself adds a ton of functionality. So here, colors and backgrounds that you can manage. These are part of the Pro. Go to themes now. And now let's just make Hello Elementor our active theme. So now we've switched over. It's telling you that it needs to install the Elementor plugin itself to go with it. So I'm going to install that. So now we've actually jumped over from the theme section over to the plugin section. And now it's installing the Elementor plugin itself. And this is a free version of Elementor. And this is something you'll realize real quick. Even though WordPress is free, majority of the time, that's just how the whole marketplace works. These businesses, they build these free themes or plugins for you because they want to sell you, the bigger, better version of it, right? So that's not the case in the Drupal world. Everything is just open source, and then you hire services to do things and build their websites. But with WordPress, the marketplace is what makes it so robust. But the businesses will always try to give you a lot of value. I mean, don't get me wrong; they give you a lot in the free version, but then the paid version has some of the essential things that you might want to speed things up, additional functionality that in the end doesn't really cost too much. Like if you think about the overall cost of the Pro version, it might be $50 a year, but it will get you that additional functionality and support and maintenance and stuff. So WordPress ecosystem is robust because of this back and forth between free and paid. And what I've learned is majority of the time you have to get the paid version, because once you see what is possible in the paid version, you wouldn't want to be without it. So with that said, let me just activate the Elementor plugin, and I'm going to skip all of this. All right, so it goes into creating the first page. All right, let's just go to view page. Here is our website now using Elementor theme. So you'll notice that it doesn't have any menu items. So now if I go over to my dashboard, I could have just done it from there, but I want to show you that the menu before with 23 and 22, the core WordPress full site editing feature was in play, and that's why we're not seeing the menu. But now that we are using Elementor theme, we have the menus option here. So let me just click on menus. Just want to show you real quick how that works. I have a sample page and a blog page, but I have no menus in this theme. So we would create, let's say, main header menu, and that's going to be in the header. So that's the location where that menu is going to be. So all I did was just create a menu right now, and now I want to add these two items to this menu. So blog page and sample page were added to this menu, and this menu is to be displayed in the header section. Now if I go over to the home page, you'll see here's my website name, blog, and sample page show up in the header menu. If I come back here, I want to swap them around, save. Now sample page and blog should switch, right? So that's how this theme works. And it would be similar concept with maintaining your menu item. So when you create your menu, right now there is no footer menu. right? So I can go create a new menu. Let's actually do that. Let's just call it footer menu, and that's going to be my footer. And let's just say I'm going to put just sample page in the footer for now. Save that again. Go to the home page, reload, and my footer menu should show up here somewhere. So here you go, sample page. So we're not focusing on the design right now. I just want to show you the functionality and where things are and how things work within WordPress, because understanding the core of WordPress, especially when you're beginning your journey in WordPress, I think these are crucial pieces to understand. Once you wrap your head around this concept, things will become a lot easier, hopefully. All right, so we'll leave it at that for this video. If you have any questions or comments, please leave them below and hit that like button if you've gotten value so far. Look forward to seeing you in the next video. Take care.